Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. It's been a little while since I filmed, but I am so excited to be filming in front of my Christmas tree. We all know what that means, it's Christmas time. It's actually only November, the middle of November, but I have an artificial tree, so I got to put it up early. If I could have a real tree, I would, but my apartment doesn't allow them, so I got a little artificial one. If you're wondering where it's from IKEA. No, the lights did not come on it. I had to spend like 2 hours the other night doing that myself. I'm very picky about what my lights look like, but I think it turned out really good. The tree's only about 4 feet tall, 4.5 feet tall, so it's just little, but it's perfect for my very first tree on my own. But enough about the tree. Today I am here to film SJ's baby name tag. I love watching SJ. She is probably one of my favorite YouTubers. Her tag was awesome, so I'm really excited to do it. And yeah, so I hope you enjoy my answers. I will leave the questions below, and I will also leave a link to SJ's channel below because you guys need to check her out. She's actually amazing. Her kids are adorable, and I just don't have enough good things to say about her. But without further ado, let's get into the baby name tag. I have all the answers here on my phone, so if you see me looking down, just checking my answers. So the very first question is, if you had a baby tomorrow, what would you name them? For each question, well, most questions, I did an answer for a girl and an answer for a boy, just because I never know what I would have first, whether it would be a girl or a boy, and I would like either gender, really. But if I had a baby tomorrow, for a boy, I would name him Leo. I love the name Leo. It means lion, which I think is like such a strong boy's name meaning, and I just think it's super cute. I do not mind the longer version of Leonardo if I felt like he needed a longer version, but I love the name Leo. And for a girl, I would call her Violet. Love the name Violet. I don't know what it is about it, I just think it's really cute, and I thought it was really going to be popular for a bit, and I think it was, but kind of had a really short popularity season, and now it's kind of not as popular anymore. It's definitely not as popular as like Sophia or Mia or other cute names like that I like, so Violet. Number 2 is, what would you rename yourself, but you have to keep the same first letter? So Kate obviously starts with a K. So if I had to rename myself, if I was a boy, I would be Kit. I think that's really cute, kind of close to Kate, I guess. I know that it's really not popular here in Canada, but that it's a more popular name in Britain. I tend to like names that are popular in Britain, so Kit. And if I was a girl, I would be KRISTIN. I picked this name because it's actually my sister's name, and I love it. It's probably one of the only other K names for a girl that I love. I don't know if it's just because it's my sister's name, or I love the spelling that my dad chose for her, but I think KRISTIN's a really cool and very underused name. Number 3 is, what would you have been called if you were a boy? I guess if you were the opposite gender. So if I was a boy, my parents were actually fighting between 2 different names. My middle name would have been Daniel because it's after my dad, and my middle name as a girl is Danielle. So my middle name definitely would have been Daniel. But if I had been a boy, my dad was fighting to name me Joshua, and my mom was fighting to name me Nathan. Funny enough, my cousins were actually named Joshua and Nathan. So my mom kind of got nephews with those names, and they didn't have to fight. They both loved my name, and I was a girl. Number 4 is your favorite vintage name. I had a really hard time with this one because I really like vintage names. Probably most of my list is vintage names, so I really didn't know what I wanted to pick. But for a boy, I've really been loving the name Tobias. I don't know if anybody watches what's it called, Teen Mom Young and Pregnant or something like that, but there's a girl on it and her son's name is Tobias, and I think it's so cute, and the nickname Toby is so sweet. So I definitely think that could use a comeback. And for a girl, my favorite name forever has been Olive, and it's so vintage and so old lady, and I love it, and it would probably be my favorite name forever, but I don't know if I'll ever get to use it, but maybe. Number 5 is your favorite nature name. I go back and forth whether I really like nature names or not, and lately I have really been loving them. So for a boy, I really like the name Bear. I don't like it spelled as the animal bear, I like it spelled B-E-H-R. I don't know why, I just like the way it looks, I guess, but I think Bear is super cute. It'd be really cute as a nickname for Barrett, if you don't just want to name them after the animal. And for a girl, my favorite nature name is Magnolia. I think that's the sweetest little girl name, and you can nickname them Maggie or Lola. There's a couple of options, but I just think Magnolia is so sweet. Number 6 is your favorite YouTubers' babies' names. I cheated on this one. I have 3. I can't pick between the 3 of them, so I'll just list them all. So my first one, ironically, is SJ. SJ Strum has the most beautiful children's names. Her son is Frederick David, and he goes by Freddie. Then she has Finn Barnaby Boo. How cute is that name? And then her daughter is Evelina Blossom, which I think is the sweetest, most feminine name. She just did such a good job with her kids. And Frederick is actually a name that's on my list because it's very meaningful to me. It was my grandfather's middle name. So for her to have used Frederick just kind of holds a special place in my heart. The next YouTuber that I love is Kate Murnane. She also goes by Dolly Bobo. I'm not sure if that's still her YouTube name or not, but her sons have the cutest names. So her oldest son is Archie William, and her youngest son is Elliot Peter. They're just such strong male names, but names that like you still don't hear very often. So I really love those. And then my last is Carly Styles. She just recently had her first little girl. She has 2 sons, and they all have great names. So her first son is Cooper. Cooper, I don't know his middle name. I don't know if she's ever released it, but I think that's such a sweet name. Her second son is Elliot J. So another Elliot, I must like that name. And then her brand new baby girl is Lenny Jane. And I think Lenny is so sweet for a little girl. Lennox is on my favorites list. So I just love the name Lenny. So those are the 3 YouTubers that I just love their baby names. And if they have any more, I will just be dying to hear what they call them. Number 7 is your favorite literary name. I kind of went looking around the internet because I'm not a big reader, so I don't really know that many books with names that I love. For a boy, I immediately went to Atticus. To Kill a Mockingbird is one of my favorite books, and Atticus is such an amazing character. Plus, it's such a cute boy name. My sister actually has it on her list in case she ever has another boy. So I just love the name Atticus. It can't really be shortened. I mean, it could, but I just like the full name. I think it's so strong, and the character is so amazing. How could you not love it? And then for a girl, The Fear of Flying is apparently a book. I have never read it, but now I want to. And the character's name is Isadora. I love the name Isadora. I think it's so beautiful. Isabel's a beautiful name, but I think it's very common, and so I feel like Isadora is just that way to sort of get the Isabel feel without using the really common Isabel version. Number 8 is your favorite O name that isn't Olivia or Oliver. I do love the names Olivia and Oliver, but again, I know how common they are. So for a girl, I mentioned this before, Olive, can't have like O names without mentioning Olive. It's my favorite. And then for the boy, I actually have a nephew named Owen, and so that is my favorite O name because it always reminds me of my little baby boy. And so yeah, I love the name. Plus I think it's really strong, and you really don't hear Owen very often. I say it should be used more, but then I kind of don't want it to be because it's special to me. But if you love the name Owen, use it. It's great. My nephew's amazing, and I love his name. Number 9 is, what did you wish you were called when you were younger? I went through this huge stage, probably, was I like 11 or 12, where I like was convinced that I didn't like my name. I don't know why, because Catherine is such a beautiful classic name, and I love my nickname of Kate, and I don't know, I love my name now. But I went through this stage, and the 3 names that I wanted to be called were, one was Victoria, because that was actually the other name my parents had considered for me before they found Catherine. Loved the name. Again, it was the whole royal thing. Number 2 was Elle. I loved the simplicity of Elle. I thought it was a beautiful name. I don't know if I could be an Elle. And the 3rd name was Annabella, and this was because my grandmother's name is Anne, and my grandfather always used to call her Annabella as a nickname, and so I thought that was so sweet. But now all these names, well, not all, but Elle and Annabella are on my list for my future babies, so maybe I'll get to have one someday. Number 10 is, what names would you or did you immediately veto? Well, I don't have any babies yet, so I haven't really vetoed anything, but names that I would veto would be anything that was like an ex's name, my ex or my significant other's ex. That's just odd. And anything that's quite dated, so anything that was really popular in like the 80s or even the 90s, so names like Jessica, Kimberly, they're just not, they're not my style. That's totally personal. If that's your name, that's great. My name could even be considered as dated sometimes, but it's totally personal preference, and we'll see what I veto in the future. I have no idea what names will be on the table, so we'll see. But those are SJ's 10 baby name tag questions, and I love them. They were so unique. Leave your answers in the description box below. I love to read other people's answers. I have been watching this tag like crazy. I don't really have anybody to tag because I'm not super good YouTube friends with any moms because I'm not a mom. So if you want to do the tag, I tag you. Other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I will be filming some more today actually, but they won't all be going up on the same day. I just thought I would take advantage of the light that's outside because I don't usually get it when I come home from work, and the beautiful tree that's behind me. So if you see this outfit in multiple videos, that's why I want to get lots of videos up for you guys, because it's Christmas time. It's my favorite time of the year, and I just want to make sure you've got lots of content to watch. So stay tuned for that. Leave me comments, answers in the description box below. Check out my blog and all my social media. They will also be in the description box. I guess don't leave comments in the description box, just leave them below. And I will see you guys very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.